I wanted to ask you about a rumor that I've been seeing across the internet regarding a player that you picked in the NBA draft, and that's one Mitchell Robinson of the New York
Hmm.
Knicks.
Hmm.
Now, a lot of fans on Twitter and whatnot waking up to the fact that, your former colleagues in New York like to sign players from a certain agency. As I said earlier, this is Game of Thrones that we're dealing with, right? All House of CAA is where they want to get their players from. With the reports that they may be trading Mitchell Robinson, obviously Isaiah Hartenstein had a great run in the playoffs. He
Hmm.
stepped up. He did the dirty work. He was grabbing offensive rebounds like no man's business. He played fantastic basketball, and you can't knock him.
Hmm.
But now this summer they have to re-sign Isaiah Hartenstein. They have to try and re-sign OG Anunoby, and maybe to do that they're going to have to give up Mitch Robinson. But I personally think that it would be a mistake to trade Mitchell Robinson at this juncture. What are your thoughts on it?
Obviously, Mo, I'm a Mitchell Robinson guy, fan. Just you watch the young man grow. Like, he is super talented, best offensive rebounding big man in the league, and one of the best rim protectors in the league, and was on his way to being an all defensive player, one of the all defensive teams this year, in my opinion, had he stayed healthy. And that leads me to the point, though. He hasn't been able to stay healthy for the majority of his career. Mitchell's only played 70 games or more in the season one time. So that is a concern. And this is where the financial realization comes into play when you're talking about team building. Isaiah Hartenstein, these 2 years here, been very good, been available a lot, played, like I said, extremely well. So now you have this early bird rights. So you can pay him up to 18, almost 18 million this year. And he probably maybe could get more on the open market. But you want to, and keeping him, which I know they want to keep, and and what's been successful to New York Knicks has been the two-headed monster at the center position, both he and Mitchell. Now, but if you sign him at that number, Isaiah was, before making $8 or $9 million. Now to jump up an additional 10. Mitchell's got 2 more years. He was on a declining contract this year coming up. I think he's about 14 and a half, and then he'll be down to like 13. But that's still, now you're looking at, $32 million invested in that center position, which makes it difficult. You're probably going to need to get a lesser priced option if you can, because you talked about OG. You gave up a lot to get OG and Anunoby. You got to re-sign him, and that number is going to be really big.
Mhm.
You
And
probably
so it should be.
start somewhere 35. Yeah, exactly. That's probably going to start somewhere in the $35 million range. So all of that's at play, which makes the whole Mitchell thing, that's a big part of that. Not having so much money invested in the center position at one time. And again, he hasn't been available. So now they'll try to find someone to back up Isaiah. If they do this, if these rumors are accurate
Mm.
and they are looking to trade him, then they have to find somebody. And you got Jericho Sims there. Maybe
Maybe he
they
can make a
believe
leap.
that. Yeah, maybe Jericho Sims can make that leap. He's making $4 or $5 million as the backup to Isaiah. You have it covered, but you've gone on and really invested in OG, and maybe leaving yourself open to add another player that's going to make a lot more money and not have so much invested in the center position.
Yeah, I think the Dallas Mavericks showed the importance of having 48 minutes of consistent production from the center position with Lively and
Yes,
Gafford being able to play. But that obviously works because Lively's still on his rookie
rookie
contract and
contract,
Gafford's contract
exactly.
isn't huge either.
Right.
And you saw that even with the Celtics. They had Horford and Porzingis playing that 5 spot in the finals as they come in and out. So it's going to be interesting to see how it progresses. I know the Knicks still have Bogdanovic's contract that they could include in trades as well. There's been some rumors about Paul George if you combine Robinson and Bogdanovich together for the Clippers if he doesn't want to stay there. There's some rumors about Kuzma coming over from the Wizards. And by the way, I think if the Wizards get Mitchell Robinson, that would be amazing for them. Um, especially with the number 2 pick in the draft this year and Bilal Coulibaly, the way he's developed. And I think he's on track to have a huge season next year. But like I said before, we're going to be here all off season long, breaking everything down for you. Scott, I appreciate you jumping in with us today.